So how many years have you been the commissioner for?
So it's finishing year 3. So came to the Southland, previously at the Pac-12, and right away a daunting task, right? We went down to 6 members, and so now that's 2021. Hurricane Ida hits, dealing with that controversy, helping our schools get through that situation. But we got a resilient crew. You talk to, like I said, one of the better. I don't say better, one of the best ADs, right, in our conference in JT, considering what he's handling. But we got a group of 12 athletic directors that are just resilient in nature, but also always promoting the conference. So for me coming in, it was an easy task to come in, really look into deep what we wanted to be, and then take that back out to the market and rebuild the league up. So we went from 6 members to 12 members now here in 2024. And I'm excited about it because, one thing we haven't been doing is taking care of home. And right away, I was able to move our basketball championship to Lake Charles, right, most central point of the footprint, but also a destination. So, hey, Baton Rouge, we want you all to come out more and take events, right? I know you come to the casinos, go golfing, but at the same time, come see some great basketball that we're doing at Southland. Here we are on the brink of football season, so it's like Nichols and what they've been able to accomplish, last year being our regular season champion, going on to represent us in the postseason. We're accustomed to having 2 teams in. I'm confident we'll get back if not having 3, but Southeastern right down the road too, being another formidable opponent.
Good. Yeah, high school basketball championships are in Lake Charles too.
That's right. Yeah, same time. And so, they come over to our game support. And I was talking to Eric, the president here, the Louisiana High School Coaches Association, and we're going to try to work out some partnerships and move forward with that. In the sense that I want those student athletes having exposure to some of the best basketball, best football, best sports that we have, and it's right here at home. Right, you don't have to leave home to try to find something that you're as far as when getting a degree. And we want to graduate students. That's our first mission. Yes, NIL is becoming more of a business, but our mission is to graduate student athletes, celebrate the amateurism aspect of it still. We're not the Power 4 conferences, and we're dealing with a situation where the House settlement is, some view it as a negative impact. I view it as an opportunity for us, right, to rethink things differently. We're partnering. Greg Sankey's the former Southland commissioner, so we talk often at meetings and try to create different ideas of how will we move forward and look for those new opportunities down the road.
Yeah, you guys still feel confident about the future with all this realignment and all that stuff going on?
Yeah, we've been on the fortunate side of it. Hey, look, back to 2021 as we're talking, look, I could not confidently say that. It was, looking deep within ourselves, like who do we want to be, and then focus on that. So we did a rebrand with a new logo and really identified where we went wrong previously before my time, and then celebrated what we have here in this footprint. We're in the most talent-rich region there is, having 7 schools in Texas, 5 here in Louisiana, and I tell you, every day, night in and out, it's not an easy game. And so you'll see a lot of different opponents, whether it be SEC, the Sun Belt, your Conference USA, they're not looking to schedule the Southland because they know we're coming in with a chip on our shoulder and we're going to win those games. So we're coming in with that attitude. And so look, we've been fortunate to have a lot of success, in that area. Baseball and softball, it's right down the road in Southeastern, what they've been able to accomplish there. Nicholls State and baseball going on and competing on the national stage. And we want more of that. I mean, right down the road, one of Baton Rouge's own at one time, and Will Wade, what he's able to accomplish down at McNeese State. But I think this year we'll be a lot better in basketball and having a more deeper lead too, because heck, Nicholls State and what Tavon Sadler's been able to build there, one of the youngest coaches in the country, is exciting. And so I'm here to celebrate it all and really bring this to the market and show folks that, hey, the Southland and mid-major athletic, we're not going away. Like, we're here to stay. Again, we're going to keep that chip on our shoulder and we're going to compete.
I love it.
Yeah.
So with Nicholls football, they got the LSU game.
Yes.
I think they're the only team to not play LSU, I guess.
Right. Yes, you're right. Yes, yeah.
Coach was telling me. So you like seeing your Southland teams playing against the big powers like that?
That's the best thing for our student athletes. Get that experience, going to a sold-out Death Valley, right, and go in and compete, right? And so, look, we know it's stacked against us, but, hey, they played Kansas a few years ago. They were able to go in there and steal one from the Jayhawks. And look, I'm not putting anything out there. I'm not setting them up for anything else, but they're going to go in there and compete. Hey, the fans going to see a great game. It's great for the Thibodeau community to come over here to Baton Rouge, and it's great for the Southland Conference to see that competition.
Yeah. And then we were just talking, you've got connections to Southern.
Yes.
We're going to play on the Bluff again.
Right.
Yeah. 30 years.
How about that? Yes. I think we have 2 games against them this year. Not only Southern playing against here in Nicholls State, but we also have McNeese State that come down there. So me being a former grad, I'm always cheering for the Jags and everything we've done, we're able to accomplish there. My dad being a former basketball coach during that time, following up a legend in Ben Jobe. And so great times on the Bluff. I have a graduate degree from there. And so that was an easy decision for me to come back to the Southland and represent this Louisiana region, knowing I was here during Hurricane Katrina and watch this state rebuild and really rely on their resiliency, to bring that back. So I'm excited for our teams to compete there because I know it's not an easy win. You step in that stadium, that crowd showing up, that tailgate's like bar none. You'll get some of the best food. But I love that we adopt that culture and we'll come here and compete.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then you're adding Brent Herring as the baseball coach at Nichols.
Right. How about that? And so, love Brett. I know what he's all about in the pedigree, being with Jay Johnson last year at LSU. Jay Johnson was at Arizona while I was at the Pac-12. So Jay and I partner on a lot of different initiatives in order to bring Pac-12 baseball back. Well, he's been accomplishing there at LSU. I know, look, last year was a blip, and this year I know they're going to come back, and we saw what they did and they would accomplish in the year before, right? And so I know that he's going to bring that same attitude here to Nichols, and we're looking forward to it. We have a head coaches meeting on Tuesday, and I'm telling them, look, we put one team in, that's what everybody expects. I want two teams in. We almost had it this past year in a sense when we had a Lamar go in. They swept OU during the regular season, the Big 12 champ. I expected them to be in and get that automatic qualifier. This year, we're scheduling appropriately. We're not taking second seat to anybody. We're coming in to compete and put two teams into the tournament.
Because you know why? Because he's the best. Hey, he's the best commissioner in the league, in the world, right here. Chris Grant, the man, right here, right here.
See, and that's what we're about in the South. Like we have fun. It's no culture like this throughout the country. We're able, we have one of the tightest footprints. You think about it. All of our schools. I was down at UNO today speaking. Within 5 hours, all road trips. Is that on average? You're not spending 5 hours. So mom, dad, significant other, they can all come watch games, and that's what we're about. We want that student athlete experience to be elite. We want the parents and again significant others to be able to access that with our ESPN Plus deal. We got the national exposure, and really we want our kids in the classroom because getting that degree is first and foremost, and then whatever happens on the field, we want that. But we competing for championships at the same time.
Of course, yeah. Anything else about the upcoming year you want to talk about?
Look, we're excited. We're back. We're at 12 teams, like I mentioned before. We added Stephen F. Austin, as well as University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. So excited to integrate those new members. And look, at Southland, we're not taking a back seat to anyone again. We're going to compete. We're going to box outside of our weight class. And I'm excited. I'm excited for our student athletes and knowing that, hey, a lot of things have been stacked against us, but I'll tell you one thing, that transfer portal has been great. Because as much as we're going to lose, they're going away. You look at LSU's football roster, they're taking a lot from the Southland Conference, which that's a positive for me. That means our coaches are doing the right thing, teaching the fundamentals for those student athletes. But at the same time, we're getting a trickle-down effect, too, of kids wanting to come back and play in front of home and see what they're doing. And I think you're going to see a lot of good football this year. You're going to see a lot of good sports, and hopefully you see the Southland branded all over Louisiana because we're going to take care of home first.